It's time to fly back in time, folks, and explore aviation history. Reed Kimball joins us from the MAPS Air Museum in North Canton. I can't believe I've never visited this place. I am crazy about this stuff. Where are you guys, and how long have you been there?
Well, MAPS, the Military Aviation Preservation Society Air Museum, was formed in 1990. So we basically missed our 30th anniversary due to COVID last year. So we're trying to catch up for that right now. We're an air museum, but we deal with a lot more than just aviation and airplanes. We deal with the stories of people. We have, starting with 14 members. One of the stories we have is right here. And some of you, and probably not many, have heard of Sharon A. Lane. Sharon was a graduate of Canton South High School, went to the Altman School of Nursing, and in 1968 she enlisted in the U.S. Army Nurse Corps, and in 1969 was sent to Vietnam. Now in June of 1969, June 8th, her hospital was struck by several 122 millimeter rockets. She rushed to the ward that she was caring for, and she was killed by shrapnel from those rockets, becoming the first and only female combat casualty that we suffered in Vietnam, a young local girl.
Wow.
Okay. Now we inherited about 6 years ago a section of the Vietnam traveling wall. It broke off their display. This is panel 23W. Every one of the lines you see that has a sticker on it, in that line is an Ohio resident.
It's incredible.
And just by chance, down in row 112 in this line is the name of Sharon Lane.
Wow, that's something.
Our local girl.
Well, you know, there's so much that goes into an institution, a museum like you have there. How do you find all these different materials? I mean, is a search that goes on, or do people contact you? How does it work?
People contact us. Most of the stuff is donated. Some of it we get from other museums when they go out of business. We're going to walk into our main hangar. Now, the hangar here was actually built in 1952 as a National Guard hangar. We typically have more airplanes in the hangar than we do right now, but we are preparing for a wedding on Sunday night, and we're preparing for a Veterans Day ceremony next Saturday. So a lot of our airplanes are outside.
That is terrific.
Okay. And one of the airplanes, one of the airplanes we have here to my left was actually hand-built by one of our members, a guy by the name of Bill Woodall. He built this airplane from scratch. This is a replica of a Sopwith triplane, a World War I vintage airplane, and you'll probably recognize the pilot sitting in the cockpit. Bill started building this when he was age 60, finished it at age 78, and flew it for the first time at age 78.
That's incredible.
Now, we kid about this. There's a lot of things that I would fly and a lot of things that I would fly in, but something that I built in my garage is not on that list.
Well, you got Snoopy in it now, so you're in pretty good shape. Hey, so a plane like that, how many horsepower is a plane like that, and how fast can it fly, and what kind of altitudes can it fly?
It's about 75 horsepower, and you can go as high as you can go without oxygen, because these guys didn't wear oxygen masks.
It's like 10,000 feet, is that?
So you were limited in what you could do. Yep.
Yeah.
It was one of the first triplanes built. We always considered the Germans to be the triplane makers, but this was made by the French.
Hey, what was it about the triplane that they thought would be better than a monoplane or a biplane?
Well, the big issue was the chord of the wing, the depth of the wing or the length. In a biplane, the wings were about twice as wide. The issue there was visibility around the cockpit.
Oh.
So by making a triplane, you could make the wings shorter and still have that much or more lift in the airplane.
And you had a better look down from the airplane then.
Better look down, yep.
And that's really important in warfare. You know, it's really important that we come back to you a little bit later in the show. You know, this time goes so fast for such an interesting subject. We'll come back later in the show. We'll talk about your big event coming up that people can attend and get a little look around the museum a little bit more. Thank you very much, sir. I'll be right back.
Okay, thank you.